Hey everybody, boom, boom, boom. Here we are, Chris Johnson, Marty DeGamo, and we're going to inspire you. I hope. I hope.
I almost spit
Uh,
out my tea.
anyway,
Oh Lord.
Chris, if you got anything you want to cover, you can do it now.
Yeah, let me do the happy times and the bad times and the fun times. Good evening. Oh, I said it right. Good evening, Marty DeGarmo. Love you. Let's say lots of prayers for your family. I know you're going through some health issues there. We're praying for the best. Let me give you some happy birthdays today. Roddy Horton, Norman Collins, Gene Merez, Akaborni, Aki, I can never say his name wrong. Happy birthday. He's a pretty cool dude. Dean Elliott, Nahar, Tanya, Holly Cherry, it's your birthday today. Rick R. Ingram Sr., your birthday today. I know both those. Connie Modes, happy birthday.
Once again, Don. Go
Uh,
ahead. Sorry.
okay, that's all right. I want to do a huge shout out to a few people, and there's a lot more on my list I'll add as we go along in the next week. I want to thank you to Zavir Joffrey. He's got one of the biggest YouTubes in the Indian channels there. I was on his live this morning. I had a lot of fun in the chat talking to all the Indian brothers and sisters, the positive ones, rooting you on. Xavier, thank you for sharing our content. You're doing a great job. Keep that up. Also, Nagma, for doing an amazing job putting out the positive information, the correct information, and keeping another big YouTube channel, and she's doing phenomenal. We appreciate you. Norel Warcon for shining the light for Australia and New Zealand. I caught that show a little later in the afternoon. Great job, Norelli. Engineer Shashante, Comfort, the OTech team, Collins, Oliver, Bob, Vincent. There's a lot more, and I will find you the ones that are doing webinars, and I'll start putting some names. I want to do some shouts out. We appreciate you, what you're doing. Ash Mafar appreciates what you're doing. Big thanks. A little conversation chatting the other day, early this afternoon, and he's appreciating all the prayers. He loves it. They're doing a lot, guys. They're doing a whole bunch. He is still positive. He did sound a little tired today because all the stuff he's been doing, but he's doing great. And he says, thank you for all the prayers. Now, I do want to say a few prayers today. Minnow's texting me again. Minnow Miller, speaking of Minnow, we're still praying for Minnow. She's got some neck and back pain. She said she's feeling a little bit better, but keep praying for her. Terry Thompson, I'm not sure what's going on with you. I think I missed you yesterday. We're saying prayers for you and your hubby. Pam Stanowich, prayers for her two great nieces. They have RSV very bad, which is a respiratory virus. They are 1 and 4 years old. And I heard now that they both have pneumonia. So lots of prayers for those two little children and her family. Lisa Weathers' grandson, Camden, needs lots of prayers, guys. I haven't had an update on that, but that was not my grandson. I must have wrote it different, but that was Lisa Weathers' grandson. Please continue to pray for that little boy. He's got 2 fractures in his skull. Both lungs were popped, and he's got some other serious things. And the part that was damaged on his brain is not allowing his body to breathe, so he's hooked up on a machine. Just a little child. Let's pray hard for them. Robin and family, of course, always praying. We get to chat with Robin for a couple minutes each night. With all she's going through, she's got some pretty good spirits, and we're praying for you and your family, Robin, for lots of strength. Little Chloe, Julie Pierre's daughter, always up and down with that young lady, but she's strong-willed. I know she's going to get through that, and they're going to find the right things to help her out. Red and Jane's mothers. Red's mom has a brain tumor, and I forgot to ask Jane about her mom, but I know they're up there in age, and just say a lot of prayers for Peter Rogers. I still haven't heard from back yet. I don't know if he's still in the hospital, and I'm going to say it every day until he's out of the hospital, because that's what I believe in doing. So just to let you know, me and Marty, when I say these are from both of us. We talk about a lot of you each day while we're shooting some pools sometimes. And, it's been a lot of just bad things going on in people's lives, health-wise. And we're always praying for you because that's the best thing that I think I can do every day. So real quick, I want to tell you a little story. And it's usually about me, and it's a true story. When I first started Mazda, it was, and we were Fords too, but we were called Mazda. I had a buddy, his name was Skipper. Skip, we used to call him Skipper, and really good guy. And I remember him, we had our little lockers, and he opened up his locker, and he had this specially made calendar. And it was for 30 years. And each year that went by, he would put a big X on that year gone by. And I watched him do this for almost 28 years until he moved into a different department. And then I seen him later when he hit that 30-year mark. And I thought about, it was the most painstaking thing that I could watch. Me, I never wanted to do that because each end of the year he'd mark that calendar. And I think about, sometimes we say time flies. Like I've been in this company for over 4 years now, and I could say time flies because I've had a lot of fun. When I looked at his calendar, man, I had nothing but bad memories. Oh God, remember when this happened? Remember when what's his name got hurt? Remember when we had that evil boss? And there was so many bad memories. I didn't want to remember those times. And a lot of you might be in this situation now, or maybe you're at 20, 15, 26 years, and you're shooting for that 30 years. It's a long time. My grandfather, I used to ask him after he retired, he owned restaurants and he also drove a cement truck. He says, Hank, that's what he used to call me. That was my name, Hank. It goes by so fast. Before you know it, you're 80 years old. But you got to look at the in-between of those 30 years, how much time and that you put into it. And, that was the way to do things. But it's just a long time. And when I came into this company, I would say 6 months when I really got into talking lives, finding out more about ONPASSIVE, I realized that, man, there's the younger generation is going to be able to swap that 30, 40 plus years that all of us have done into a few years. Now, that's just my opinion because I believe so much highly in this company and what it's going to do and what it's going to see. And that's a big thing for me to not only change the younger generation, because I talked about that a little bit yesterday, change their lives and better their lives, but also for us people that I'm 59, Marty's, 63, you're going to be 64. Is that what it is? 64. And I want the best for everyone, no matter what your age. We have some people in here that I was looking at birthdays that are in their 70s, early 80s. And I want the best for them too. I don't care really what age you are. This company is going to take you where you want to be. And it's not going to take 30 plus years. Most of us already did that. Some of us are still working on that. And I get a lot of messages every day. Oh, Chris, I'm getting older. My job's getting a lot harder. I'm having a hard time keeping up. And boy, I know that feeling. I know how that works. Especially, I think when I turned about 40, 42, I started feeling everything when I woke up. It wasn't fun. And I'm thinking, man, if I did this company for 32 years, how much improvement my life would have been if it was, if it happened back then. Of course, it wasn't. I didn't look at anything online. Of course, I listened to all my friends talking about it and try to promote me to do things. I just never wanted to do it. And 99.9% of the time, after about a month and a half of doing it, they just stopped doing it because they weren't getting anywhere. They weren't really making any money. They spent a lot of money to do it. They bought all kind of products. You all know. I mean, a lot of you done this kind of stuff. And then when I compare those, and I'm not comparing them, but I am. We talk about this company and where it's going. It's not talking about, hey, how many bars of soap did you sell this week? Did you make your quota? I love this company because it doesn't have quotas, because it goes back to that thing about me working at Ford's where everything was in competition. I don't ever want to be in competition with anybody. I just want to be able to enjoy my life, have that time and freedom that everyone wants. And in those other companies, and I'm not knocking them, I'm just saying you're constantly doing something. This, big yachts and all that stuff. You got to constantly spend money and buy things to usually take the guy that's on the top and put him in those big yachts and in those nice cars. But this company's a lot different. Now, I'm not saying you're going to be in big houses and nice cars. I think in a few years you will after we launch, my opinion, because I see the not just the potential. I don't even think I can come up with a good word that explains the future for this company, the future for you and all of us. It's going to take us places that we dreamed about. Every one of us had a dream when we were a kid. Me, I dreamed of running a big company someday and making the calls and the decisions. And, but to be honest, none of us, most of us, I'm not going to say, because I don't know everyone personally, we never really got there. But every one of you had that dream of owning some big business or just doing something so awesome. Usually dreaming starts, I would say for me, was about maybe 9 to 11 years of age. I want this. I can do this. I can do this. But I never really got to do it. But I see in this company where it will take you. And I say a lot. I apologize. I'm trying to break that. One thing I've been trying to concentrate on. This company is going to not just create your dreams, but it's actually going to make them happen. And I would say everyone that got in 6 years ago, 5 years ago, 3, I think that's all going to happen. Not overnight, not in a week, but it's going to happen. So just for an example, I hate saying this because people misinterpret my words. Let's just say in 5 minutes we were going to launch. All right. A year after this, 5 minutes after we launch, there's going to be a lot of happy people. And I think that's everyone that got into this in the beginning. I'm proud to say, I'm mad because Peter didn't get me in when he first got into it. He waited 2 years later, but I'm glad that I got in when I did. The people that got into it just a few years ago, you're blessed. The people that got into it 6 years ago, you're blessed. You put the time and effort. And the reason I like calling people out that are doing things live, and I know a lot of you do things and maybe I don't see it, but I'm proud of you for doing that. It means a lot to Ash Mafara. It means a lot to his wife and kids. It means a lot to this company because you are going to be in the history books. I don't care what anyone says. Someone's going to get on and, that'll never happen. It will happen. With the educational platform that's coming your way through this company, with the products and services that this company is going to offer, is going to put you in the history books. They have one picture, I think, of the people that created Yahoo. I can't remember how many people, but it was one picture, and I couldn't tell you who any of those people were. We have 6 years. Okay, let's say 4 years, 4.5 years of solid videos, of solid webinars, of people from all over the world talking about their dreams and talking about this company. You guys are all pretty much televised to this whole journey. I don't think any other company did something like this. And usually if they did, it was because it was the top 1 or 2 people or the owner or whoever it was, or the CEO. Our CEO has shared something with us that gave us an opportunity. He didn't say, go out and start doing webinars. He didn't say that. People just seen and believed in this company so much in Ash Mafara. Let's do some webinars. Let's get this going. And man, it just carried on. And now we have all these amazing webinars that we did for years. Some I remember being around the clock on them for sometimes 16 hours a day. It made long days and we had a lot of fun doing it. But you'll never be forgotten because most of them are on YouTube's. They're on Zooms. They're on all kind of things. And anyone in the next 10 years, all they got to do is jump on some YouTube channels and they're going to see the people that really believed in this and got into this. And they're going to see the people what happened to this person. But I say, even though there's some people that I really missed that were in this, I haven't seen them in a while. They're still there. They're going to come back full force. They will start talking about it again. because somewhere along the line, someone got to him and said, you know, this is never going to go. And man, 32 years I said that at Ford Motor Company. I'm never going to retire. I'm never going to retire. Things happen if you believe they're going to happen. That mindset is a powerful thing. For me, talking to God is a powerful thing, asking for help. And I believe that God is a part of this company. I think it's going to take you, I really mean it when I say this. It's going to take you somewhere you never were able to get on your own. I truly believe that. And I'm not knocking anybody. I'm one of those individuals. I had all kind of dreams and aspirations. I'm going to go do this and do that. But the truth is, I didn't. But now I'm part of a company that it's going to take me there. And I'm very, very excited about that. So that's my little thing for the day. I know Julie Pierre's got a webinar coming on at 8 o'clock. I'm not sure if I'm going to be on that one yet. My brother Marty's going to be there, I think, because I seen his picture on the poster. And that's another one, Julie Pierre and that crew that does that Empower webinar. I mean, there's so many people I could just start calling up, but I want to start calling you out. We try to do that every day, you know, include people, because every one of you are, listen, our lives are nothing without you. You are all important to us. And for us to see the chat and people talking, that even gets us more excited. So on that note, I'm going to hand it over to my brother, Marty DeGarmo. I love you, Marty. That's all I got. It's on you.
Beautiful. Love you too, brother. Anyway, you know, we talk about, it's funny, a lot of times before me and Chris come on, we don't talk. We talk after, and we usually are lined up with talking about the same thing, believe it or not. So I was looking at some stuff, and I try to get some information that will be helpful for everyone. Not only does it help you to understand the different stuff going on, what it means, it helps me. I want to know. I want to know what I don't know, especially about this business, because this is a lot of our life, right? It's a lot of our life. So I'm going to share a screen, and I have this thing in the way, and I don't see how to do it. There it is.
And I'm holding the comments, guys, until Marty's done.
Let's do Windows. I believe that's it. That's it. Okay, a couple things I wanted to help with. And there's a reason why, because people ask me. You hear the word SaaS, S-A-A-S, simple, software as a service. A software delivery model where applications are hosted by provider, accessed over the internet, typically on a subscription basis. Google, Workplace, Salesforce. Example, SaaS. Connect. It's hold on, buddy. Hey. I'm on the live. You gotta be quiet. Anyway, like the conferencing platform, or Trim, or oh my God, Funnel Builder, whatever we have. It's actually the provider, which is our company, does all the stuff. It holds everything, does everything, and you pay a subscription to use it. Where in the past, back in the antique time, you would have to do a lot of this stuff manually or find someone to do it. Cloud services, another one. On-demand community resources, such as storage, servers, software delivered over the internet, enabling scalability, flexibility without the need of on-premises infrastructure. You don't have to build something to make this work. That is there. It's there. You're paying them to use it. This is what changed the industry. And by the way, it's only the beginning. Codeless. This is a big one. Codeless. When you hear the word codeless, technology solutions that allow users to build application workflow or automation without needing to write code, often through drag and drop surface or visual tools. Example, if you want to make a website, you get in, you have to know how to do the code. You have to have a code for color. You have a code for a button. You have a code for, is it in the center? You have a code, is there a line in between? It's a lot of work. Hey, Jacob, gotta be quiet. I'm on the live, okay? For a little while. Just reading that well. Anyway, so you have codeless, and that's a big deal. We're in that industry. We're not writing any codes. In fact, I remember getting a funnel builder. I needed it for myself, Mike, and Dan, some business or some joke years ago. And they had some affiliate web pages, but they weren't very good. So I said, well, I'm going to learn how to do my own. It wasn't extreme coding, but it was some. That's another thing you can't duplicate unless somebody learns how to do it. Now it doesn't matter. Now it's drag and drop. You'll get a page. I'll give you an example. We get a page from this company, high-tech company, and you're getting ready to use a sales page for our video conferencing platform. It's got a video there. It's got certain text there. You can take out certain text, drag what you want in there, and drag it and drop it, or add your video. This is crazy. It's super, super technical, but they made it super, super easy where it doesn't look technical. Okay, you got metaverse and virtual interaction. A digital universe where users interact through virtual or augmented reality, offering immersive experience in gaming, socializing, workspace, virtual interaction in the metaverse involves avatar, 3D environment, real-time communication. Examples include platforms like Trend, whatever, and Meta Horizon World. Here's what I want to tell you. The kids have metaverse, right? Goggles. And JJ will get on there and play a game. It's virtual. When you put it on, it looks real. I put it on, and I was in prehistoric time, which is pretty fitting for my hairy knuckles, right? So anyway, I got there, and to the right of me was something moving. It was huge, like a big boulder. I didn't know what it was. Light green color. Come to find out it was a Brontosaurus Rex laying down, sleeping. Not laying down, but like down on his leg. He stood up. I actually backed up, even though it wasn't real. That's how real it looks. Another example. You're building your business. And a lot of you have outside business you want to build too. That isn't a sin, everybody. It wasn't very smart to do it while we're in our company and we're going through this journey and building the company, and that was just ridiculous. But down the road, people have different things they like. You can set up a virtual interaction that looks like you, sounds like you, talks like you. You program it, you tell it what to say. Maybe somebody comes onto your page at 3 o'clock in the morning in Bangladesh, and you can speak to them live. To them, it's live. No joke. This is really cool stuff. Really, really cool stuff. Prediction the next 5 years for online services requires consideration current trends, revenue growth, and user adaptation. Now, people are going to do it. Why? Because it's easy. Why is the other reason? They're doing it for a service. They want to save time. You don't want to spend hours and hours and hours on something. E-commerce. Current revenue in 2023, global e-commerce sales surpassed 5.7 trillion. Will be in that industry. Projections expected to grow to 8.1 trillion in 2026, driven by increased internet penetration and mobile commerce. Trends: expansion into small markets, seamless integration of AI for personalized shopping. This is what's happening. And we could not be in a better company at a better time with any better people. Guarantee it. That's why I'm excited. Streaming services. Current revenue, the video streaming market is valued at $95 billion. Projection, 223 billion by 2028 as new markets and original content drive subscription trend. Growth of ad supported models and diversification in gaming or interactive content. It's exploded. I see it everywhere. But the cool thing is we're going to be a part of a lot of this, more than we think. We may, the words may be different or we have something, but seriously, if you look up, you want to be a powerhouse, that's who we are. They're tapping into all this. Social media. Current revenue in social media is $200 billion from ads annually. Projection likely to grow to $350 billion as platforms optimize targeted use of AI traffic. Trend. Niche platforms emerge alongside giants like TikTok, Meta, focus on specific communities. It's coming. I talk with Chris about this all the time. You could say, I want to go here, I want to go here. You throw a broad net out, and ain't no fishies coming in from this area. Stop throwing the net over there or change the ad. But AI, targeted traffic, does all that. Cloud services. You always hear about cloud. How can they put something in the cloud? I'm joking. I know you guys don't believe that. I hope to God you don't believe that. Current revenue, $500 billion globally. Projection, predicted to exceed $1 trillion by 2028 as business migrate to cloud-first strategies. Storing on the cloud. It's quick, it's easy, and you don't have to mess with a lot of the mechanics. Trend, AI ML-driven cloud solutions increase edge computing. AI, artificial intelligence, ML, machine learning, they go together. The more it learns, the better AI can adapt. The more it learns, better AI can do whatever it is. It's learning and going faster. User adoption growth. Global internet penetration, over 65% of the world's population is currently online. This is projected to reach 75% by 2028. What are we in? What do we want to do? Where are part of our families at? Africa, Bangladesh, India, Papua New Guinea, places where internet's not easy. If you look at these numbers, if we're projected to go to 75% by 2028, what does that mean for us? Right now, we judge everything in our market by how many people are online, right? That's all we can do. A percentage, we don't know. How about if that percentage increases? Every number we ever thought of could be bigger, would be bigger, if you give people what they want and you're honest. Mobile dominance. Mobile internet users will account for 85% of online traffic. More affordable smartphones and data plans will contribute significantly. Mobile internet. I'm going to give you a fine example. Johnson, he does everything on his phone. Most people do, 85%. 85%. And I know there was a talk about that a few years ago with Ash about how big it's getting, that they want to go to that trend. Because email marketing is kind of dead the way it's done now. But the cool part of it is, hold on, man, I'm going to make sure I tag that. I got it. Okay, I'm done there. The cool part of that is we're going to be doing more of a texting, right? Where you get people instantly. Look how not user friendly, because it's been really bad lately, but Messenger. I don't call Chris on the phone, we talk on Messenger. We take it for granted. I click a button, I look, it even tells me if he's on, he's not on, how long ago he was on. It's crazy. AI tools will reduce barriers for first-time users, providing intuitive interface language in translation and predictive personalization. New people will come on, and yes, it's going to be scary for them because they don't understand, but it's going to be high-tech, very user-friendly. And whoever does that the best, and whoever does that the quickest, wins. What happens when you have a guy that's running a business like ours, who's in this field heavy, 100%, and cares about people? Come on. You got to think about this stuff. Key trends for the next 5 years. Hyper-personalization, AI data analysis will make every user's experience unique, from shopping to streaming. Sustainability and green tech. Companies will prioritize environmentally conscious practices, attracting eco-minded customers. Global decentralization. Decentralized systems like blockchain will expand, empowering users with more control over data and financing. People don't understand. You know how hard it is to hack blockchain? It's almost impossible. The way it's set up, it's almost impossible. Metaverse and virtual interaction. Virtual space will grow, merging social media, e-commerce, gaming. The market for VR and AR could exceed 600 billion by 2028. And this is what I wanted to go over. We were talking about bad times. I'm kind of shifting gears here. I wanted to blow you up, and I want to let you know. I know with some people I hear, I think, my gosh, could it get any worse? And guess what? You find out from somebody else they got it worse. So I stopped saying that. Yeah, it could be worse. Bad times. Oprah Winfrey struggles. Oprah faced poverty, abuse, multiple rejection in her early life. She was fired from her first television job as a reporter because she was deemed unfit for TV. Imagine that. Success. Oprah became one of the most influential media moguls and philanthropists in the world. Her story is a testament to resilience and self-belief. Chris said it tonight. If you believe it, you can achieve it. I don't want to get corny, okay? Let's not get dumb. I don't believe if I can be a ballerina, but I don't want to be, but let's not get stupid. This lady here, J.K. Rowling, unbelievable story. Before she published Harry Potter, Rowling was a single mother living on welfare. She faced rejection from 12 publishers before her manuscript was accepted. 12 publishers told, take Harry Potter and go use it for something else. I bet you they wish they didn't say that, huh? It made that lady a billionaire. Made her a billionaire. Harry Potter became the global phenomenon, making her one of the best-selling authors in history and a symbol of perseverance. Steve Jobs struggles. Jobs was fired from Apple, the company he co-founded, at 30. He described it as one of the most devastating experiences of his life. Fired from the very job that he helped create, the business. Success, he returned to Apple years later, transforming it into one of the most valuable, innovative companies in the world. We all know it. They have a brand now second to none. What does it mean? What other company do you know that can get you to buy something brand new that you don't need? That the one you have is fine. That's powerful. That's powerful. Nelson Mandela struggles. Mandela spent 27 years in prison for opposing apartheid in South Africa. Success. This is a Cinderella story. From going from prison after his release, he led his country to freedom and became the first Black president embodying forgiveness and resilience. Go from that to be the president of the country. What? Walt Disney struggles. Disney was fired from a newspaper job for lacking creativity. Walt Disney was fired for lacking creativity. His first business venture, an animation studio, went bankrupt. Success. What did he do? He didn't quit. He went on to create one of the most beloved entertainment empires, providing that failure can be a stepping stone. Albert Einstein struggles. As a child, Einstein struggled with speech, was considered slow by his teachers. He faced difficulty finding a job after completing his education. Success. Einstein became one of the most renowned scientists in history, revolutionizing physics with his theory of relativity. You see what I mean? Somebody put a label on that guy. They look foolish. Michael Jordan, here's a funny one. Struggles. Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. This early rejection nearly shattered his confidence. Success. He used it as a motivation to become one of the greatest basketball players of all time, famously saying, I failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed. Boom. Success. She became the young, oh no, that got mixed up with another one. Thomas Edison struggles. Edison failed thousands of times before successfully inventing the light bulb. He famously said, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. So it's pretty cool. Success, his perseverance made him one of the greatest inventors in history. And that pretty much wraps up that little song and dance. Let me stop sharing. Boom. Now we can go back to you guys. Boom. Anything to add, Mr. Johnson?
Yeah, I do. Real quick. One of the things I remember, you guys remember the group Queen, Freddie, I can't remember his name. What was Freddie's name?
Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Mercury. In the movie, there was a guy that he wanted to, write him a contract, and Freddie was telling him about the song Bohemian Rhapsody. The guy says, it'll never work. It's way too long, blah, blah, blah. And Freddie walked out of that contract and said, just watch. And he turned out to be one of the biggest songs that they ever done. I mean, you really just got to have faith. But here, I want to give you a little. Marty was reading percentages. So while he's talking, I was looking up these percentages. I apologize. And I want to give not you, but your kids and your grandkids a little idea what's coming their way. Now, in the world today, we have like 8.2 billion people. And Marty's correct. It's 5.52 billion people that are on the internet worldwide. So I looked up the stats. And this is for the future generation after we're long gone, after our faith and dedication that kept us in this company. And I'm going to cut this real short. By 2027, there's going to be 8,369,000. And now this is for the way our great-grandchildren. By 2058, there's going to be 10 people in this world. And if my math is correct, which it's not always correct, your great-grandchildren, your legacy is going to be a monster, because I look at it as we got 8 billion people in the world right now. 5.6 billion are on the internet. Imagine when we hit 10 billion people in 2058, what this is going to. Now, this is a long ways away. I understand it, 40 years away. But just think about what you're going to be able to leave for your great grandkids. Think about those percentages, put it in perspective, and you're you're never going to be forgotten. Let's put it this way. Usually, after 5 or 6 years, someone passes away, that memory's still there, but things just kind of wear off. I promise you this, that your family is never going to forget you. By 2058, when this company is really, really going to be strong and worldwide and just crazy global internet users, your family in the future is going to be extremely happy for the faith you took in this company. And that's just to get them excited, because I know a lot of us, my kids, your kids, my cousin's kids, say, Chris, come on. Boy, are they going to be in a shock for their lives when all this happens. And I left their name in something there. And that's really why I want to, really one of the things I love to do is be able to take my family, even though I'm long gone, 6 feet under, my family from generations to generations are going to be enjoying something that I believed in, something they might even laughed at me with. And that's great. I want them to have fun. I want them to have a good life, just like all of you. So think about that. Someone, as Marty just used all those examples, there's people out there that miss their opportunities with great people because they just didn't believe in them. But if you look at someone and you're talking to someone and you can see the confidence in their eyes about the belief, what they're doing, like Ash Mafara, don't miss that opportunity. Most of you are here for that reason, and I want you to stay tuned to that. This guy's committed, not just his family, but all of us, for an amazing life. So just remember that. Okay, Marty DeGarmo, I'm handing it back to you. I got to go get my feet therapy done. No funny stories today at the end.
Are you coming into Julie's or no?
I'll try. If I get my therapy, feet therapy done, I'll be.
She said 1 hour.
1 hour. She said 1 hour.
Yeah.
Really?
I asked her to stay an hour. Too long is not good.
Yeah. That's another thing that's good to bring up. We've been at some webinars that have been a long time, 2-3 hours. And let me tell you something. I think, not to say that they're not all good, but it's a long time, especially at nighttime, for people. We want to get people's attention. And if you could do something in an hour or hour and a half even that blows people away, you'll get more of their attention. It's not always easy to do because you have a lot of people that come on. So, but remember, the people that come on the panel, when you're getting close to that hour, whatever they call, save it for the next time. You could save your talk for the next time. Sometimes we can't get to everybody, and that's by no means of putting anyone down, or we want to hear everyone's voice. But if you know it's getting close to the hour, don't raise your hand at 1 minute till the hour's done. We'll get you next time. So, all right, brother. Hi, Jacob. Drive your grandpa crazy for me, will you?
It's not him. It's just Shorty just walked by with doom and gloom face. So. I didn't want to forget Irina Stexella. Thank you for the super sticker earlier. I starred you as soon as I saw it. But thank you very much. I mean that. Anyway, we're gonna go. I gotta hurry up and get the webinar going for Julie. It will be on the top.live. If anybody wants to watch it there. You want to get on the it will be.
There will be trivia. There's a trivia show. No. There'll be a trivia show also tonight at 9:30.
Yeah, I don't care what we do.
Yeah.
I like trivia. It's a relaxing time for me and Chris. I know it. And it's fun. Yeah, it's fun. So,
Mr. Eric Kessler, though, I don't know where Eric's at.
Erica, where have you gone? Anyway, we're gonna go. Thanks, everybody. I got another real neat story.